All right, let's dive right in. Something big is brewing in the Middle East, a move that could totally change the game when it comes to security in the region. So what's really going on?
So, here's the big question on everyone's mind. Are we actually watching a brand new alliance form, one that could reshape the Middle East as we know it? All the signs are pointing to a massive geopolitical shift, and we're going to break down exactly what that means.
Okay, so what's the headline? It's this. Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, and Turkey, they're drafting a new trilateral defense agreement. And let's be clear, this isn't just talk or some backroom rumor. This is a formal, concrete step towards a seriously powerful new partnership.
You know, this kind of thing doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. It's been in the works for a while. It all started back in September 2025 when Saudi Arabia and Pakistan signed their own defense deal. Fast forward about a year through a ton of negotiations, and that initial agreement has grown into something much bigger. Now, in January 2026, we have an official announcement of this three-way draft. This is absolutely a calculated, deliberate play.
So who exactly are the key players here? Let's take a look at the three pillars that make this potential alliance such a big deal.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Each one of these countries brings something totally unique to the table. First up, you've got Saudi Arabia, right? It's the economic powerhouse and the religious center of gravity for the Islamic world. Then you add Pakistan to the mix, a nuclear power. That's the ultimate insurance policy, the ultimate deterrent. And to top it all off, you have Turkey, with its massive military-industrial complex and the second largest army in NATO. You put those three together, and man, that is one formidable bloc.
All right, so we know who's involved, but the million-dollar question is, why? What's the end game here? Why these three countries right now? And that, of course, leads us to the question everyone's thinking. When you build a defense alliance this big, who's it for? Or, more importantly, who is it against? Who's the target? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's actually pretty nuanced. According to researcher Ahmed Ibrahim, this alliance isn't pointed at any single country. Instead, he says it's, quote, directed against instability, regardless of its source. And that's the key takeaway right there. The target isn't a who, it's a what.
So they're calling this a comprehensive deterrence tool. Okay, what does that actually mean in plain English? Well, think of it like this. It's a tool to step in and fill power vacuums before someone else does. It's there to protect super important things like global energy routes. And maybe most importantly, it's designed to stop any one country from getting too powerful and just dominating the whole region. It's all about creating balance.
Okay, so when you put a puzzle piece this big on the board, it's going to have a huge impact, right? So what are the ripple effects? How does this actually redraw the map?
Let's talk about Saudi Arabia for a second, because for them, this is a huge strategic shift. I mean, for a long time, their policy was about looking for protection from other bigger powers. Now, they're flipping the script. They're positioning themselves to be the ones creating stability. It's a massive pivot from just reacting to stuff to actually taking charge.
And you really can't overstate how big of a deal this is. To quote Ahmed Ibrahim again, this whole thing signals that the balance of power in the region is undergoing a structural transformation. We're not talking about some small adjustment here. We're talking about the fundamental architecture of security in the Middle East being rebuilt from the ground up.
So it's really important to get what this thing is right now. It's the start of something, a new, flexible defense structure that's still evolving. For Saudi Arabia, it locks them in as a key pillar of regional security. And what's really crucial is that it gives them strategic depth that goes way beyond what they have with, say, the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council. This is a whole different level.
So if this all comes together, what's the outcome? Well, for one, it could put the brakes on regional conflicts, because other countries would have to think twice before escalating things. It also gives the members, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Pakistan, way more military independence. And it basically creates this new security belt to protect their common interests across a huge stretch of the globe.
And that really leaves us with a big, lingering question, doesn't it? Will this new power bloc actually succeed in creating the stability it's aiming for? Or could it backfire? Could creating a bloc this powerful accidentally trigger a brand new, maybe even more dangerous arms race in the region? I guess only time will tell. Thanks for joining me.